Sure thing. I've seen a few requests for a part 2 of this video, so I'm diving deeper to uncover more references in this series. You can check out part 1 in the link provided in the description, or just hit the top corner of the video screen to watch it directly. We kick off the video with everyone's favorite golden boy, Gilgamesh. Now deep down, some of us might be wondering, why does Gilgamesh sport that full suit of golden armor? Well, turns out Nasu himself answered this question in Fate's side material, saying Gilgamesh's has golden plate armor because he was repeatedly challenging a certain 60-story tower at the time. This is a reference to the classic 1984 game called Tower of Druaga, an arcade game released by Namco. It's about a knight named Gilgamesh, or Gil for short, who has to climb a monster-infested tower to defeat the demon Druaga and rescue a maiden named Kai. And yup, you guessed it. The main character of that game also rocks a full suit of golden armor. Talking about Gilgamesh wouldn't be complete without mentioning Ishtar. Ishtar herself has a few references. Well, at least some similarities. Who else but the useless goddess from Konosuba Aqua? I know you've seen this meme a lot. And Gilgamesh even yelled useless goddess just like Kazuma did. There's also another reference from her interlude when she says, "In the name of Venus, I shall punish you." These words are a reference to Sailor Moon, specifically Sailor Venus, who says, "In the name of Venus, I'll punish you with the power of love." One comment suggested I should check out Salem Singularity, as there are supposedly many references from outside sources there. So, of course, I revisited Salem and checked out the story. And oh boy, did I find a lot. Heretical Salem has elements of the Cthulhu mythos all over the place, with the chapter being Salem is Witch Country and Lovecraft Country at the same time. Here are some references I found. Lavinia Whately hails from the Dunwich Horror and the spell she employs to compel Raum to unveil his true form. The powder of Ibn Ghazi is the same one used to dispel the invisibility of the Dunwich Horror itself. Abigail Williams, a foreigner servant with Yog Sothoth, also serves as the hidden boss in the Dunwich Horror. Randolph Carter serves as the author's avatar in several of Lovecraft's tales, notably in The Silver Key. In FGO, his depiction is a spitting image of Lovecraft himself, making the connection crystal clear. His possession by Raum was similar to his possession by the alien mage Zkauba in Through the Gates of the Silver Key. Upon his return to his body, Randolph Carter, the gentleman, mentions having embarked on a deep slumber for a mission, dropping hints like ocean and cephalopod, undoubtedly alluding to Cthulhu himself. Ghouls are a common foe in Salem, and Carter describes them by referencing a novel by Comte d'Erlet, which itself is a fictional document called Culte des Ghouls in the mythos. Later in the chapter, the party encounters an Elder Ghoul, which is actually a Lovecraft monster called a Gug, from the dream quest of unknown Kadath. And even later, Shantax appear as enemies, another Lovecraftian monster from Dream Quest. They even referenced the Book of Eibon, a tome carried by Lavinia and handed to Hopkins. This book is a fictional grimoire created by Clark Ashton Smith. Not only that, but it often appears in the works of H.P. Lovecraft. Other members of the Lovecraft Circle, such as Robert Bloch and August Derleth, also frequently tied the Book of Eibon to their stories. Absalom Whately had a sidekick named Mason who disappeared from Salem. And guess what? In the manga, it's confirmed that this helper is none other than Keziah Mason, who, in The Dreams in the Witch House, bailed from Salem to serve Nyarlathotep in another dimension. Okay, sorry, I butchered that one. It's Nyarlathotep. Then there's Captain Marsh, owner of the wharf. Yep, that's Captain Obed Marsh from The Shadow of Innsmouth. He's not up for a fight, but Nezha sniffs out something fishy about him. Literally. Because he's a fishman. I think those were some Lovecraft circle references I could dig up from Salem. I'm really grateful for that one comment. But there are still plenty of references from this game, of course. So enough with the Lovecraftian horror, now let's move on to my personal favorite references. Another cool reference I've been digging into personally is the nods to Gundam in some of the servant designs. One that really caught my eyes is Fairy Knight Gawaine's third ascension form, where she becomes the Black Dog Barghest. It's like they took inspiration from the first dynamic General Guardian unit, especially with those shoulder pauldrons, the color scheme, and that massive sword. But wait, there's more. Even her summer variant keeps the mecha vibes going strong. Her NP animation has her blasting away with what looks a whole lot like the Hi-Nu Gundam's Hyper Mega Bazooka launcher. Someone on Reddit said that Melusine is mostly based on Gundam 00. Her humanoid form resembles a Gundam Exia. In her dragon form, she looks like she has a GN drive and executes several Gundam attacks. It's a bummer that Baoban Sith doesn't quite hit the Gundam reference mark like the others. Some fans have thrown around the idea of her resembling Fair Lion, but personally I'm not seeing it. Summer Okita and Bachu are definitely part of the Gundam anime vibe, from their colors to their weapons and even their shields. It's as if Gundam were turned into anime girls. And then there's Odysseus, his noble phantasm animation, where the Trojan horse gets launched out of a hangar and transforms on the battlefield, is a clear nod to mech anime like Gundam. And the Troya Ippos itself? It's basically a white-colored getter beam. Europa's noble phantasm has her summoning Talos, a humongous mecha which looks like an odd combination between the Big O, similar-looking arms and punch, Giant Robo, similar-looking face, and Achilles, overall general gladiator design. Since I've spent a lot of time diving into Lovecraft this week, I've only got enough material for this much. I might consider making a part 3 if you guys still want it, as I've actually prepared some more content, but didn't have enough time for research. For now, that's it. Hit subscribe or Lovecraftian monsters will haunt you.